Apple's M5 chip is the real story here. Not a redesign, not a new color, not a gimmick. Power. By the time the MacBook Air M5 arrives in spring 2026, the M5 won't be some untested experiment. It will already be proven. Apple is expected to roll out the M5 in late 2025 across major devices, including the second-generation Apple Vision Pro, the iPad Pro M5, and the MacBook Pro M5 lineup. So by the time it hits the Air, we'll already know exactly what it can do. And based on early performance expectations, this is a meaningful jump. CPU gains are projected around 15% over M4. Solid, respectable, but the real jump? Graphics. GPU performance could increase by as much as 40 to 45%. That's massive for a MacBook Air. Because the Air has never been about raw brute force. It's about balance, silent performance, efficiency, portability. And M5 fits that philosophy perfectly. Now let's talk configuration. Apple will likely follow its usual strategy. The base model ships with a slightly binned GPU, probably 8 cores active. Step up your storage from 256GB to 512GB, or pay for a higher tier configuration, and you unlock the full 10-core GPU. We've seen this playbook before. RAM is expected to start at 16GB, which has quietly become the new baseline across Apple's Silicon Macs. That's a huge deal compared to the old 8GB entry models. From there, you'll likely be able to scale up to 24GB or even 32GB, depending on Apple's final segmentation. Storage? Starting at 256GB, scaling up into multi-terabyte options. No surprises there. Now here's why this matters. The current MacBook Air M4 is already extremely good. It launched about a year ago with a 10-core CPU, 6 efficiency cores, 4 performance cores, and GPU options up to 10 cores. It was fast, it was efficient, and during sales, it dropped as low as $749. That made it one of the best value laptops on the market. So M5 doesn't need to reinvent the Air. It just needs to extend the lead. Design-wise, don't expect drama. Apple introduced the flat-edge redesign with the MacBook Air M2 back in 2022, and everything suggests that chassis continues unchanged. No OLED. No mini LED. No 120Hz promotion. Apple is saving major display upgrades for a future redesign cycle. The only visual change we might see? A new color option, similar to how Sky Blue arrived with M4. Launch timing points to early March 2026, likely right after macOS 26.3 rolls out. Pricing should remain at $999 for the 13-inch model, assuming component costs don't shift. The 15-inch version will likely follow the same schedule, possibly shipping with the full GPU configuration by default. So what's the bottom line? The MacBook Air M5 isn't flashy. It's strategic. A quiet performance leap, a major GPU boost, more RAM at baseline, same proven design, and honestly, that's exactly what the Air should be. Not revolutionary, just relentlessly better. And that's why M5 is the real story.